And you also have to keep in mind that when things like this happen, people start to gang up and people see opportunities and so forth. Like, for example, R. Kelly is now facing new allegations of bribing and sexually assaulting a teenage boy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, out of all the stories that I have heard about R. Kelly, and I've interviewed people, I've interviewed Public Announcement, I've, his old group, I've interviewed his ex-girlfriend, I've interviewed people like Nivea, who's worked with him and so forth. At no place have I ever heard any sort of gay allegations or anything else like that. I mean, I've never heard that at all, ever. And now there's this teenage boy that's now saying that he was assaulted by R. Kelly as well. Same thing happened with T.I. and Tiny. Remember, there was a whole thing about like these women are claiming that they were drugged and, forced to do sexual acts with T.I. and Tiny. And then like a male comes forward with the same thing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the way the legal system works is that most times, if you can get a lawyer that will take your case on contingency and take a third or 40%, most times, unless you can get it completely thrown out, you'll have to settle and just give the person something.
And you were talking about this boy.
Yeah.
Right now, why? Are you giving equal time to the others? You're talking about something that seems ridiculous against R. Kelly.
Yes.
How about the other ones?
The other ones seem legit.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Because I have seen the video. The other ones seem legit. But what I'm saying is,
with that was that's hilarious. Right. We saw the damn, the damn
I saw the video. R. Kelly was sleeping with underage girls.
Right.
I am 100% sure of that. I have seen the tape. Right. The tape was circulating all through the swap meets and everything else like that before the internet was a thing. I saw the tape. Yeah. R. Kelly got away with molesting an underage girl, and he managed to beat the case because he, from what it seems like, he paid off the family and got the girl to take the stand and say, "It's not me." Man, he got off.
Celebrity thing.
Yeah,
is
he got
monster.
off with that. Now, but what I'm saying is. Were all the girls that he was sleeping with, who were basically, like the girl that I interviewed when she got with him, she was like 19 or 18. Yeah. And it's like, that is somewhat young, but it's legal. You see what I'm saying? It is legal.
Okay.
A 35-year-old man could date a 19-year-old.
Again, Jeffrey Dahmer didn't eat that guy. Somebody's
all I'm saying
Jeffrey Dahmer didn't eat me.
When someone's got a lot of money,
right?
People will try to take it from you, and people will come up and say whatever, especially when things are hard to prove, especially when there's only two people in a room. At the end of the day, everyone knew Bill Cosby was married, right? Like there's not a shock that, his wife Camille, who he's talked about in his stand-ups, who was played by Felicia Rashad on the show. Everyone knows it's a married man. Yeah. A lot of women, and he admitted, he cheated on his wife. He's not denying that part. A lot of women went up to go have sex with Bill, would go see him in his hotel room at 2:00 in the morning, knowing he's married, knowing what they're going in there for. Right? They don't think that they're doing a reading at 2:00 in the morning, at the Four Seasons. Okay. It is what it fucking is. Okay. There's a lot of consensual stuff. And at the end of the day, a lot of women will go into a situation, sleep with a man, and maybe they were sold a dream. Yeah. Maybe they had that dream in their head. Like, if I give this man this good ass pussy, he gonna put me on the Cosby Show, or he's gonna give me a career or whatever else.
Like I knew some people like that.
Right. They slept. I'm sure. Now, I don't know if you want to admit it or not, but I'm sure that there are women that slept with you thinking that it might turn into some sort of career thing later on. Never?
No, not one time. No.
Okay.
No, because I've never got with a groupie ever.
Okay, well, I have.
Yeah.
Well, let me break it down. Right, in my heyday, when I was DJing, when I was doing shows in Australia and Bahrain and Paris, yes, I would go I would sleep with women after the show that I pulled out of the audience and so forth. They were getting with me not because I had a great personality, it was because I'm on a poster or a billboard or whatever else, and it is what it is. And, you know, someone probably walked away with it feeling, I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah. You know, I didn't know the guy. I met him 2 hours before. No, I get it. You know,
but I was the hoe. I was the other one. I was the one, you know, punching above my weight class. Okay. You know what I mean? I was always looking for like, what you bringing to the table. So that's why I avoided that kind of a thing.
Okay, but you know, all right, but fair enough. But you do know how Hollywood works. People, women, you know, I mean, women will use sex, you know, as a stepping stone. As a way to get ahead, because sometimes they feel that's all they have to offer to this particular man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and a lot of times it doesn't work out for them. You know what I mean? Like the stories of, I walked in and he was masturbating. And it's like, well, you could have just walked out, right? He's masturbating by himself. Like you could have just walked out.
Thanks for saying that. Like if we're talking about, if you talk about 60 women, right? So how many people were cool, right? How many people probably were cool with it? You're talking about, when you just kind of break down somebody's day, right? What do you think the multitude is? I'm not making an accusation, but I'm going like, oh damn, like okay, if it's that many damn women that was like consensual, or you know, you saying that's those are ones that's claiming not to be consensual,
right?
Well, there's got to be a hell of a lot more that are consensual, and you got the chicken heads that's down for whatever, and so that's even a bigger number. Damn. What are you doing in your free time? Like you got to study your lines. You got to eat. You got like that's when you start thinking about what those numbers must be like. You got to travel. You got to do. That's a lot.
I mean, I have slept with way more than 60 women. Like you know, I've easily
I'm talking
slept.
About.
I at my age, I've hundreds, like literally.
Right, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying.
So out of those hundreds that I've slept with, could 60 come together and say, Vlad did something improper when we had sex? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
They're not going to do that. If they're not going to they're magically going to come up with the same story.
I mean, the story's already out there. All you got to do. I mean, these allegations started from the mid 60s. The mid 60s. They're 60 years ago. 60 years ago. like, I mean, come on.
Yeah. That all I'm saying is,
listen, I have been approached. Listen, I have gotten messages from women who like, hey, remember we went out in 2003?
Right.
And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't remember we went out in 2003. I'm looking at your picture. I have no idea who you are. I have no idea who you are.
You guys think about it. There is a reason why you are cherry picking these things.
Okay.
There's a reason. You are cherry picking.
No, there is no reason. I interviewed his lawyer and I got to hear, you know, in the same way that you said, hey, when I first heard about this, it sounds like power and money. I said, yeah, well, I thought the same way, but I'm actually interviewing the lawyer, so I can't come in with these general statements. Yeah. I actually had to go through year by year and look at the actual cases and go through it with him, who actually had to learn and study all this and actually break it down. And honestly, a lot of it sounds like bullshit. He should never been in court to begin with, because he was given an actual immunity.
Yeah, you're talking about legal things.
Yes.
So that's all I'm saying. So you can do that. You know, left, right, sideways. Yeah, you're probably going to be right about legal stuff, because I don't know a damn thing about legal stuff.
Right.
You know, so yeah, there's all kinds of lawyers are responsible for getting those laws in there, man. Yeah. So they're doing their thing, man. So hey, there's loopholes for a reason. That men make these goddamn laws, and it's not to benefit women, man. You know that. So, you know, it's already hard to do. All I'm doing.
I don't know if these laws don't benefit women, because I think as a whole, I think, like, for example, I think
no. No, if you
for example, like alimony, when we talked about earlier, you're changing that's not meant to benefit men.
I didn't say all laws.
Okay.
I'm talking about these.
These laws? Okay.
Of course, alimony is completely different. Right. But see, there you go, cherry picking again. I'm talking about rape, man. Fine. There's a reason why women don't want to even go there. You know, same reason why if a man was raped, he wouldn't want to go there neither.
Right.
You know?